What's going on? So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing the top tips that absolutely transformed my physique, but not just change my physique, actually transformed my life because of the physique that I built. I was stuck for so long, just struggling. This is what I looked like before. This is where I was at when I was starting out, a lost kid in the gym. And I was going to the gym, but wasn't getting any results. Then I started applying some of these tips I'm gonna share with you in this video, and I achieved this physique. This is where I'm at now. And not only that, I'm going to share how I'm able to maintain a leaner physique, a more muscular physique that I have now, and how it just makes life just better. So the first thing I was struggling with, though, lack of muscle definition. Many skinny fat dudes, you start out, you're kind of in this weird stage. Skinny arms and you've got a big ass belly. And it just sucks because when you sit down in a chair, when the fat rolls over, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good in the mirror. It hurts your confidence. When I was skinny fat, I didn't want to take off my shirt. I didn't want to go to the beach. I didn't want anybody to see my physique. I didn't want to take progress pics either because I didn't want to even look at my physique in the mirror. I didn't want to see that. That's just not good for your self-esteem at all. And if that's where you're at, where you're constantly low energy, you're confused on what to do, bro, how long are you gonna be stuck in this position for? You gotta change. And that's where I was at. I was like, man, I've had enough. I'm tired of feeling this way. So this is me. I wasn't even that skinny fat in this pic. I could have found a way better, worse pic. But this is me. You can see how small my arms are. And then I transformed into this Greek god physique here. Man, I went from this at 14 to this at 19. Absolutely ridiculous. And in this video, this picture is not photoshopped. I know it might look like that. It's not photoshopped. There was potentially a filter, but no actual photoshopping, mind bending filter. This is legit what I looked like. I'll even pull up the real photo here. So I was jacked, but it wasn't always this way. You can see I was an average looking dude until I put in the work. One of the biggest things you need to do though, tip 1, calorie deficit. Man, the amount of people that want fat loss tips and advice, and I ask them how many calories are they eating, and they just don't know. Track the calories, very good handwriting, and subtract 2 or 500. The goal really is to monitor your weight and make sure the number on the scale is going down. That doesn't always necessarily mean you're losing fat. Sometimes the scale won't move down and you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. I would aim to lose about 1 pound to 2 pounds per week. And I would also do progressive overload in the gym. Right here, tip 2, strength training. So not just strength training though, progressive overload and adding weight. Because the reason why you see guys who are 40 years old, 50, whatever, they're old dudes, maybe they've been going to the gym 20 plus years, multiple different months, and they see no changes. Why do you think that is? They're going to the gym, so they should be jacked, right? They're not. They're not because they don't actually do this, progressive overload. They don't add the weights. They don't increase their strength. It's called strength training now. It's not cardio that we're doing. It's strength training. The point of strength training is to constantly increase your strength, add more reps, maybe do time under tension, slow down, and perfect your form. A lot of people just go to the gym just to do a workout, and that's it. They don't do shit. They just go to the workout and they call it good. That wasn't good. You can always do more. The whole point is to beat your previous self. A lot of dudes nowadays compare themselves to guys like David Lade, Alex Eubank, and then you're like, oh, I wish I could just look like them. Poor me, my genetics suck. No. Beat your previous self. Don't worry about Alex Eubank. He's taking steroids. Look at you. Look at you. Look at where you started. Did you make improvements? That's the whole point. Are you getting stronger? Are you increasing your bench press? That's the whole point. Worry about that. Now, tip 3, sleep. Sleep, please. And we want 7 to 9 hours. I feel my best when I get 8 consistently and going to bed at the same time, right? So what I like to do, 10 p.m. When I'm fucking locked in, 10 p.m., wake up, 7 a.m. That's what it fucking takes. Because if you're staying up late, doing dumbass shit, jerking off for hours, what else? Drinking, partying, and you gotta enjoy your life. I'm not saying be a monk. Watching Netflix. Too many people do this shit, and it's holding you back. And the reason why you feel like shit is because your dopamine is fried. And when you do all this, when you don't earn your dopamine, it is fucking ruining you, and is ruining your energy level. Sleep is one of the most underrated things when it comes to losing fat and building muscle. There was a study, and the one study where they were both weightlifting on a diet, and the study that got more sleep, built more muscle, lost more fat. What else? Monitor the progress, of course. If something's not working, switch it up. Switch up your workout split. Do something else. If you've been doing full body, I don't know, it just feels like shit, you're losing the passion, the motivation for training, then go to a different split. Do split push-pull legs. But here's another thing I like to say. If it's working, you ain't gotta fix it. Do what works. Everybody nowadays wants to try the new optimal exercise where it's a single arm leg press, behind the back, hamstring curl. Oh, you can just get big legs if you just squat. And if you want a bigger upper body, do increase your bench press. But people overcomplicate it. And so just stick with what works. If it's not working, mix it up. But another hack with staying lean is caffeine. Oh my goodness. When you have caffeine, it suppresses your hunger. Everybody knows this. If you're not taking advantage of this, of black coffee, right? But people will do this. They'll have coffee, and they put creamer. And that just makes you fat as shit because you're probably dumping 200 calories worth of creamer. If you go to Starbucks or you buy a typical thing like that, you go to work and they give you a coffee and it's just filled with sugar and cream, oh, you're holding yourself back. You're not taking advantage of the caffeine the way it should be. The way it should be is just straight black. You don't need anything else. If you want, energy drinks works too, but keep it under 400 milligrams. Because here's another problem, right? Remember how we need sleep? If you have caffeine after 12 p.m., you're cooked. Or really, it's about the 10-hour life frame. So if the caffeine, it sticks in your system a very long time. So just try and have it 10 hours before bed. You don't want to be having it late in the day. Some people are more sensitive. Some people can have it and sleep fine. But if you can't sleep properly because you're drinking shit ton of energy drinks, caffeine, coffee, hold up, pull it back, and have it earlier in the day. Some people like fasting. I've never been a big fan. I would say just have a solid pre-workout meal and a post-workout meal after training. Make sure the pre-workout meal has carbs. And it's always about progressive overload. That is the number one thing. This is what happens when you achieve progressive overload. You get stronger, you lose fat by your diet, and there's another tip here. Cardio. Everybody loves to run to cardio, but they don't actually get their dream physique because the cardio is too much and the cardio fucks up the weightlifting. So the way you do cardio is you keep it monitored, you keep it low intensity. You don't have to go overkill with it. You do it to improve health. And another thing, you get 10K steps plus. Just maximizing the walking after meals. That's the best way to get shredded. Everybody likes to cut down their calories and starve themselves. And some people like to just run themselves and kill themselves on the treadmill. The best way to do it, mix of both, right? You don't want to be stuck on the treadmill for hours. If you're working 12 hours a day, you don't have time to go on the treadmill. So what you should be doing is getting a standing desk. You should be walking at meetings, taking calls, going on lunch breaks, and then walking during your lunch break. That is the way to do it. Some of you guys might have already active jobs. And if you're already active, well, you might not even need cardio. It's not necessary for fat loss. It's necessary if you want to improve your cardiovascular endurance. And I recommend it because who wants to get in good shape but still can't walk up a flight of stairs properly? So do your cardio after weight training. Weight train 3 to 5 times a week. So do cardio 3 to 5 times a week. You can increase it more if you need to. Make sure it's low intensity. Make sure you're recovering from it. And if you want, you can do high intensity cardio. Just be careful with it. Just make sure, remember about progressive overload, make sure the high intensity cardio isn't making you weak. It's all about being strong and having cardio and having it all. So you got to experiment with it. You got to test how much you can do, how much you want to do, and make it fun, bro. It doesn't have to be the treadmill. Later today, right now, I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to do a run with a group of friends, and then maybe we'll get Chipotle after. That's the way to do it. We make it fun. It's great weather outside. We're going to go to the college campus, maybe pick up some baddies, maybe raise up some hot tings, some MILFs, because I'm a Greek god and because I have the confidence to do it. But I would never want to be like that when I was skinny fat. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't fucking run, and I couldn't even lift weights either. So, but it all starts with just weight training, going to the gym, being consistent with it. You don't need to run if you hate running. I'm honestly not even a big fan of running. But you know what? I don't want to do it. That's why I'm going to do it. Because if you put yourself through uncomfortable things, you'll get better over time. Is it necessary to run well and to achieve fat loss? Absolutely not. The best cardio is steady state zone 2 cardio. So that's just walking on the incline treadmill. Your heart rate's like 120, 140. You do 30 minutes maybe. Start with 15 minutes if you're not losing fat. If you're not losing weight, bump it up to 30 minutes and you get absolutely shredded. So it's just those things, those 5 things. I'm going to recap it for you. It's actually being in the calorie deficit. It's fucking strength training, beating your previous self, leveling up, not being like a average 40, 50-year-old dude who goes to the gym maybe and still sees no change because he doesn't progressive overload. Number 1 thing, get stronger, increase reps, improve your form. And then tip number 3, sleep, consistent 8 hours, going to the bedtime, same time every single day. If you're out late, but you still got to wake up early because we don't fucking sleep in. We're busy men. Who has time? As a busy man, you don't have time to sleep in. You can maybe do that on the weekends, maybe, but most of us, we're grinding. So you perfect the sleep and you get in bed early. Most people have the hard time with doing this. 10 p.m., that's what you do. And you plan your day before. If you're not consistent because you keep running out, you're getting things, people are calling you, you got more tasks, plan your day the night before. Use Google Calendar if you have to. You set reminders, set alarms on your phone to actually get yourself up from your ass and start going to the fucking gym, doing whatever it takes. Then, number 4, coffee, 1 cup or 2 cups. Don't overdo it. And that's what we do. It's that simple, boys. You follow the whole food diet. Mainly stick with high protein because if you have high protein, you're going to be full. Too many people aren't having enough protein. High intensity workouts, like I said, you do it if you like it, but mainly stick with steady state for the fat loss. Set realistic goals, stay consistent, and actually stay motivated. You're not actually going to be motivated all the time, but like I said, if you have a workout buddy, it's going to be way more fun. If you have a community, you're going to have more people around you doing the same thing on the same journey, and you get accountability. Damn, it's going to be basically impossible for you to fail. If you want that, if you want a community plus more accountability, then you can apply for coaching. Link in my bio. First link, I even have a free training as well. And if you have more questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram. But like I said, guys, this is the formula. If you actually implement all of these steps, you stay committed, the results will come. Don't skip days, don't make excuses. Embrace the pain and get that physique you've always wanted. Let's fucking go. If you like this video, subscribe. Peace chat. Follow for more.